Gary, you mentioned change a lot last night. What has to change in order for this team to get rolling?
Health, attention to detail, a sense of urgency that we haven't played with. Sometimes it just takes a street ball fight to go out and play in a ball game or in practice, and you can't just turn it on at 7 o'clock at night all the time at game time. And sometimes it's too late. And I've got a bunch of nice young ladies that have basketball skills. But at the same time, sport is not just about that. It's finding different ways to win. It's finding different ways to scheme if you're an assistant coach or you're a head coach. And that's just something that we're going to have to be able to figure out. The thing is, I think we have played two of the best three teams in our league, and we got South Carolina next Thursday. And we knew before this season started what the road would be like. And we faced a healthy LSU team. We faced a healthy Tennessee team. And both times we started out well, couldn't finish the deal, and that's on us.
Is there more than finishing that will be the key on Sunday to deal with the walk-off the floor with the win over Florida?
I think so. Every team in our league is either going through COVID problems, illness problems, or non-productive problems. And that's what we've got to do. When you look at the teams, 14 teams, 10 of them have already won 12 of them have won 10 games or more. And the other one definitely would have, but they've had a lot of games missed, and that's Kentucky, who's undefeated in conference. They're 8-3. And Auburn, who is rebuilding, they're 8-5. Other than that, it's a very good league, and it's better than it was last year when we won it because there's more returning players. We lost a lot. We thought we had replaced it with some people that would really pick up the slack, and right now we need more production out of everybody, starting with the coach.
Coach, you talked about obviously playing two of the best three teams in the SEC already in your first week, but how good does it feel to maybe be back and maybe kick out some of those bad energy from the road games?
I'm hoping I'll have grandkids watching. I'll have grandkids in attendance. I'll have family people here. Hopefully we'll have a great crowd. This is one of the few weekends that you ever have both men and women playing on a weekend. And hopefully some of those fans from Dallas and Houston will stay over and make it a true weekend. I'd like to put like they used to in football, minimum 2-night stay, minimum 2-game stay. So I think our men are going to draw very well, deservedly so. And then I think hopefully we'll have a good crowd on Sunday and try to get this basketball team rolling again.
What challenges will Florida present?
They're learning to play right now without their best player, who just said last night that she's through for the year, trying to play through injuries. That's Lavender Briggs, and that's a very good player. But when somebody gets injured or somebody portals out, opts out, or whatever, will the other kids step up? Kiara Smith, their point guard, she'll be a pro. And this is a super senior year for her, and she's very, very good and strong at the point guard position. And Jordan Merritt around the Dallas area, good post player that we looked at. And she's going to want to come in, put some numbers up in her home state. But again, as I said last week, our problem's not the opponent. Our problem is ourselves. What is the best version of ourselves? Was it when we were at the Virgin Islands when there wasn't a lot of people in the stands? Or is our schedule finally catching up to us? Has COVID bothered us a bunch? Yep, it has. But when you have 14 scholarship players, I cannot see us never having less than the number that we need. And we'll be less again on Sunday.
Coach, do you have to maybe keep the girls focused with such a big team on the horizon of South Carolina, or are they locked in for Sunday?
Oh, they like our most important game is not South Carolina. I mean, that'd be back like in baseball, Kansas City getting ready to go play the Yankees. They better get ready for the Cardinals or somebody rival. Florida is everything for us. We have to get our confidence back. We have to play better, and we have got to be excited about being at home. When you're opening up 3 of the top 4 games on the road, and those are the 3 highest attendance that we'll see all year. We were lucky last night because of the snow. That's normally 10 to 12,000. I'm not sure what they announced, but there was no more than 2,000 at that game because of the weather. So we have to adjust. Our weather's going to be fine Sunday. We need our fans to make the difference, just like their fans at LSU has made a difference their last 2 ball games. They had 9,100, 74 for us. Fans can make a difference and help teams pull out of slumps just by showing that Aggie spirit. And folks, we need you. Our kids need some confidence right now.
Did you sense that maybe they press in a little bit after these 2 losses, and it's maybe one of those deals where if you can get a win, maybe they take a breath and can do the things you want them to do?
That's what the game plan will be at 1:30 when we practice. The game plan will be, how can we scheme differently? How can we get more than 3 baskets from our post position in 2 different ball games? Okay, that's a problem. No matter how many Tamara Keys blocked 11. Well, she's blocked them for the last 3 years. She's a great player. But at the same time, you find a way to score. Sierra Johnson stepped in last year, undersized, and scored about 4 or 5 times on her. You've got to be able to score different ways. We've got to find somebody to take up the slack like a Horston could do last night that fills up the box score. You can afford to go 7 for 23 if you're all over the court and not letting a missed shot bother the preparation on the defensive end or the rebounding end or the leadership end. That's what we're looking for right now, somebody that can fill up that stat sheet on the right-hand side, not just the scoring side.
Coach, last question for me. You talked about production is the biggest thing that you've been emphasizing these last couple of days. How much of that is on you in terms of scheming, maybe play calling, things like that, and how much do you think it's on the ladies to fill up the stat sheet, as you've been saying?
I've got to find out what's going to work on the long haul for 40 minutes. The last 2 teams have played us nothing but man-to-man, and we hadn't been able to attack inside. So what I've got to do is find what's best for our personnel, not what was best for the national championship team, not what was best for last year's SEC champions. What is best for this team? So I didn't invent the wheel. I'm just trying to patch it up right now. And that's all I can do is sit there. What is best for this team now? Don't be stubborn and think that something I ran in 2009 for Aquanisha Franklin is going to work for Jordan Nixon. Okay? I can't be that stubborn. I've got to be flexible. I've got to find out our strengths and weaknesses and try to accentuate our strengths, hide some weaknesses. Because when I was at your age, I couldn't grow a mustache, okay? I had to go to Europe and grow it after my master's, and then I had it for about 10 years. But I wasn't there going to try to grow it in front of people here. Appreciate it.